Welcome to this episode of WhitePaperPodcast. My name is Damilola Oluwatoyinbo. I'm super excited to bring practical, functional, inspirational wisdom in creative and captivating ways. We always drop those heavy things very lightly, very gently, with some swag and finesse and some rhythm and rhyme and some wit and warmth. And today I've got somebody whose energy is what? Massive.
But it's from God, though.
Come on now, same energy.
Same energy.
Right?
The same energy that the Holy Spirit
He's inspirational, he's savvy, he is intelligent, he's charismatic, he's deep, he's profound, he's disruptive as well. Let me say that.
My head is swelling.
So you may not agree with everything he's saying, but there's sense in what he's saying, and it's
My head is swelling.
a voice of value.
Thank you
in
so
this
much.
generation.
Thank you so
Content
much.
creator, artist
Thank you.
manager,
Thank
label,
you.
record label owner.
Thank you.
Should I
Thank
go
you.
on and on?
It's
And it's
okay,
actually a
okay.
medical doctor. Celebrate today, Dr. Foy.
I will clap so the lights will not change.
Well, the lights are just changing. All right, change it. Yeah.
Okay, this is.
All right, so when we're back, we're going to dive right into the meat of the matter. This is going to be juicy, hotter than suya.
Kayabu
Stay
Saka.
tuned. So, Doc, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for making it.
sir.
I don't take you for granted.
Thank
I
you,
know
sir.
that you're a man of many parts.
And I'm honored to be here.
Yeah,
I'm honored to be
I
here.
really celebrate
I'm honored
you.
to be here, sir.
Thank you. Let's dive into it.
Okay.
There is an energy you have, right? It is distinctive. You know, you're coming from a place. I think the first couple of times I saw your content, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, I'd heard about you anyway. I think I was in a conversation with Gaze many years ago and then mentioned some things that you had said and stuff. And then maybe through Fedi, I'm not sure, but you know, you just see people here and here.
Pockets.
But then you just started invading social media, or should I say Instagram,
Yeah.
actively like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Honestly,
Last year, wow, feels like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Because you've been consistent and there's a lot of depth in what you say.
Thank you.
Now, I know you're disruptive
Yeah.
and you are quite controversial as well.
Yes,
So let me
yes.
just put that out there.
Yes.
But I'm always looking for a kingdom element,
Yeah.
a wise element,
Yes.
a practical element.
Yes.
And when I see your content, I'm like, this guy is coming from a place.
Yeah.
He's kingdom driven.
Yes.
He's creative, is energetic. He's speaking to something that's to do with the generation. Where is this? There's a raw. Where is it coming from? That's important for me.
It's coming from two things. First of all, I think that First John. So I'll just quote a few scriptures. It says that God is light, and in Him there's no outer of darkness.
Come on now.
And light is eons of energy. So I think the first thing I would say is it's coming from my anger towards religion.
See,
It's coming from my, and the reason why is that I saw my family go through religion. My dad was a custom officer, wealthy, and then he became a Christian, but it was legalistic. So he gave out everything, gave out his businesses, gave out.
Oh wow!
So it was from gallant to grass, but now we're in grace. So I've seen religion take from people, and religion is across board. It's not only Christian; it's just religion across board.
Yeah.
So that's the first rage, and that's then the second part is that most people don't understand that self-actualization is God's plan for you.
Wow. You see, this is part of the controversy, but it makes sense in the light
salvation benefits who? You. Fulfilling purpose benefits God. Because God made you in His image and likeness. He didn't make you to just be saved. Saving came when Adam fell. Saving wasn't the plan.
Right.
It was dominate, live.
Right.
Saving wasn't like the plan.
Yeah.
To be no, it was that we were like God. Then we fell. Then we need to be saved.
Yes.
To be like God.
Yes.
Not to be like Christians,
Yes.
but to be like God.
Yes.
So Christianity or faith is your journey back to being like God, and God is purposeful. God is not just
random.
He's
just
purposeful.
existing
No. He's
mindlessly.
purposeful. He has a plan. He has an agenda. He has context. He's powered by love, but he's purposeful. So those two things drive me.
Amazing. All right, so let's talk about religion.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it in our generation. I'm so sorry about this. And I think our voices also cause that. All right. So there's a lot of religion in our generation. And when I say religion, not just the typical, I was born Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, Krishna, whatever, but football. People are religious about football.
Yeah.
So they won't go to Sunday service, but they won't miss Wednesday night match.
Yeah.
Right. People are religious about TikTok. Yeah. Right.
4 hours a day.
Do you see?
Yeah.
And people are religious about food.
Oh, I'm a foodie.
Yeah, I'm a foodie.
Yeah.
In fact, they define themselves by this, gods or idols or things like that. Talk to us more about religion before we begin to exhaust the possibilities around spirituality and faith and living fully and purpose and all of that.
So the root meaning of religion, the root word, has the same connotation as boundary. It has the same connotation as boundary.
Wow.
While the root meaning of spirituality has the same connotation as breath, freedom.
Wow. Even in the Garden, the breath.
Yes.
Ruach. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is not about a religious conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that once you begin to live in boundaries, this is what happens. You might begin to disrespect people's opinions that are not in your boundaries. You will begin to misunderstand what you don't understand because you are in your boundary.
I see. So you're saying religion segregates.
It segregates.
Alienates.
It diminishes humanity. It makes you look down on people not in your own circle.
Wow.
It makes you, and this is across everything.
You feel superior.
You feel superior. So what has happened is that technology, social media, internet has opened up the world to demystify these boundaries.
I see. So there's a variety.
There's a variety of expression. There's a variety of knowledge. There's knowledge. There's globalization.
Right.
So what happens is that when your boundaries now become exposed, you either change or become arrogant. And people become arrogant
more often than not.
Yeah.
Wow. So at what point did you say your dad was a pastor?
Yeah.
He's
a pastor today. Still.
Oh, he's a pastor.
Great guy.
My apologies.
Yeah.
Right. I won't mention the name of the blog, very big blog on Instagram. And there was a post about somebody, was a screenshot from X or so. The person said, this was me. I preached my message, my first message. Did you see it?
I saw it.
Preached my first message at the age of 9, and then something else at the age of 7. But I'm now a happy sinner or something like that. And then there's a whole lot of vituperative expressions in the comments. Like, it's a raging fire.
A raging fire.
All right. So talk to us about that.
So the context for me started with the creative economy.
Good. Because I want to talk about that as well.
I worked in MTV for 3 years plus, and we used to see like it was then Two-Face, Burna was emerging, Davido was emerging, and I realized something that was very interesting. Their whole band were Christians. Their whole band were Christians, and by data, to do all the music, you need an ecosystem that can teach you music.
Wow.
And where is that ecosystem?
Church.
The church.
Yeah.
So their whole band. But the problem was that they lived in 2 different silos. And I couldn't understand it. Do you get the point?
Do you mean the band members themselves?
The band members.
The lead.
The band members. They lived in 2 different silos. They would be funny. They want to enjoy going for tours, but then they can't tell the pastor. Then they lie about this. Then it was weird. I'm like,
they're lying to look good.
To look good because at that point, now it's different. But then there was no internet. Like there was no like Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, the buzz
wasn't there. So so if you do that, pastors will fight you. It was wild. So I'm like, this is funny because there's hypocrisy here. That was the first thing I started. The second thing I started was that across all industries, music, no, medicine, I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
There was nothing like Christian doctor, Christian food, Christian economist. My pastor then used to do accounting even for a club. A big Lagos club was his client. Big. There was nothing like Christian. But when it came to music,
right,
they started doing.
I see where you're
coming from. Right. Timebello is a photographer that takes pictures of everybody. my client. Tiwa is not a Christian photographer. Now see man, everybody comes to take picture for photographer.
I see what you're saying.
But when it became music, they would tie their leg. I'm like, it's so unfair.
Christian shoemaker.
Or Christian surgeon. Or Christian dietitian.
Christian shoemaker.
So it was so unfair. I'm like, this is.
Oh wow.
Do you understand?
I see where you're coming
They
from.
box you.
Yeah,
But everybody. My pastor was doing accounting for a club.
But he'll tell you not to go to the club.
Yes, I don't sing secular music. I don't sing secular music. I don't sing secular music. So it hurt me so much
because it's paining you.
It pained me. I'm like, this is wild. Don't do this.
I get what you mean. Like,
you understand? Everybody can be.
But you're making money from this club.
Everybody can be everything. But once it's music, you can't. You hurt me. Even actors. There's a Washington will rape in his movies. He will kiss. There's a Washington, but he's a Christian. But musicians cannot be. It touched my life.
Oh wow. Wow.
So that's where it came from.
Oh wow.
So I started saying, I'm going to impact first the creative economy.
Why is that important for you?
Because the creatives are the prophets.
Come on now.
They're the
Break
ones that
down.
shape
They shape culture.
They shape culture.
They determine the trends.
They determine the trends. And let me now add, every industry is now wants to be media.
Right. It must be actually.
Even
to survive.
oil and gas is now in media.
Not to survive.
To survive
the next
this era.
5 years.
Do you understand? So everybody. And who are the creatives that will help you on the platforms? Who are the people with the creatives? So I'm like, we have to free. I came from the pain too. I went through hell working for MTV. You have backslided. You have. I said, oh more. But you can do accounting. Nothing is to be. You can do who is the wildest artist in the world? I don't know who. Let me call. Who is the baddest? I don't even know. Maybe Doja Cat.
Yeah.
Doja. If she's sick, you treat her.
Right.
Christian will treat her.
Wow.
So that was the beginning. That was number one. Number two was that because I came from that background, I realized that the excellence of the world was evident above those who came from the church. And I will tell you why. Because from the church, if you say this music is bad,
they think you're talking against the Holy Spirit that inspired
you have no
the original
in
idea.
You have no. But I remember when I was back there, like he was coming up, Kiss Daniel in MTV. He would go 8 times to change it.
Rejection.
But they were okay with
based
it.
on the feedback everybody gave him.
And the feedback was not a Christian. It wasn't nice. But this is nonsense. And they would take it.
He will go back.
But if it was a Christian, then you get the point. Two is that the church also.
No, this is heavy. So I don't want it to sort of like jump over.
So that feedback.
So the point you're saying is that if somebody says, the Holy Spirit inspired me to do this stuff, and then
I can't give you feedback.
Because you don't want me to.
I can't give you feedback.
Who
am I to tell the divine? You understand?
Wow.
But when I work there, they're tough on. Have you seen Don Jazzy insult his artist from a positive? Do you know Rema? Oh, you have no idea what he did to Rema. A whole album start again.
Wow.
Johnny Drill is tough, but so I saw that that excellence is there because they have no quirks. They are commercial, so you must sell excellence. But the result is important. Must speak.
You can't just say touch somebody.
No,
I see.
But in this other part,
so when you see Kiss Daniel's releasing a song every 6 to 2 months, 6 weeks to 2 months,
he's put in the work
and
years ago.
It always hits.
He's put in the work years ago. He has thick skin. I always tell my creatives that I'm working with across board, it's like a lion that was trained in the zoo.
Come on.
It's dangerous. That is the community we want to form. While the impact is in the jungle.
Come on now.
A zoo lion will roll like this.
Wow.
Because all he saw is flowers and he saw cats and milk and chicken.
Wow.
But the real impact is in the jungle.
Wow.
So you have to have the raw.
You're right.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So we have built some kind of communities that are not realistic in the that's the truth.
Wow.
That's one. Two is that there's also feedback that is what it is by church members. So you sing on a Sunday, it might not be great, but everybody says God is here. So you now begin to think
the how dare you sing.
no. But you understand. So you now begin to feel yourself.
Sorry, my mind just all kinds of
You now begin to feel yourself that.
You're not coming to. It's like I brought God down.
Yeah.
I brought.
So when you're not coming to the jungle, they say, my brother.
they might not even talk to you because they didn't see you.
They didn't see you.
You didn't register an impression. Wow.
So that's the point.
Great. So let's talk about developing the spine.
Yeah.
And this for me, not only people who are sort of like involved in church work.
Across board.
Because I want us to talk about shaping culture.
Across board.
And that's where I started from, that there's a role that you have.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, you put out videos, you put out content.
Most people...
You traveled a couple of weeks ago and you were working,
putting out content. So most people don't know this about me, and I don't say it publicly because I protect this part of me. But my father-in-law is Coach Charis. He sells cars.
Wow.
And we keep our relationship very independent because we've made an agreement that we'll make it differently. But there's something but we have coaching classes.
Oh, I see.
And one thing he keeps saying is that across board, greatness is about emotional robustness.
Come on now.
This is not about...
I hope you guys are listening.
It's about emotional robustness.
Yeah.
It means that this principle is across... It's not about Christian or Muslim or no.
Yeah.
It's that the earth respects those who have thick skin.
Yes.
And understand thick skin. And there are a few things I have learned about that. The first thing I've learned about emotional robustness is self-awareness. Most people have not spent time alone with themselves to know who they are.
Right.
Once you know who you are, you begin to... It's like saying, I know who I am. So even if I make a mistake today, they come.
Yeah. Yeah.
A person that in my industry who understood it the highest was Burna Boy. I remember 7 years ago when I was in MTV, those days, they would bring him early. But the way he would perform, he would say, I know who I am.
Wow.
And he didn't fake it. He was authentic. He knew who he was. This is across Tesla, and this my Elon Musk knows it. I see it in them.
Yeah.
It's self-awareness. That means you know your strengths, your weaknesses, your triggers. You are one with yourself.
Yeah. You've accepted yourself. You're working on yourself. Yeah.
I always say this in an honest way. I say we are all energy. We are all frequencies and vibrations. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
at the base of it, electrolytes, electrons.
We're all that. And once you know yourself, you
put out a certain kind of
energy.
Right.
It attracts strength. It attracts.
Right.
When Paul said, whatever is pure, whatever is good, whatever is think on
this thing.
If you read it in Aramaic, it says contain, be a container of energy.
Wow.
Isn't it? Check it out.
Wow.
You should read the Lord's Prayer in
Aramaic. Wow.
I read it. What he wrote they use words like energy and manifestation. Those were the real words they used. He said, be a carrier, so be self-aware. How does self-aware comes? It comes from engagement. Clarity comes from where? Engagement. So the more you make mistakes, the more you do, the more you can now start to create your own.
say to people all the time, my first book is called Just Do It.
Just do it.
Most people think that just hear it.
No.
Just think it.
Clarity comes by engagement.
So when you put out yourself,
put out content.
So if you dry up, you know your water under the sun, right?
Yes.
If someone pours petrol on you and you flare up, you're fire.
You're fire.
So sometimes you don't even get to really know who you are until you engage another substance.
I want to say this here and drop it here. That's my only fear for I'm millennials for the Gen Z guys. That's my only fear for them is that social media might distract them all their lives from who they are.
Wow.
They begin to be like somebody else, crave to be like somebody else. I watched OpenAI, the owner of OpenAI's what's this guy's name?
Sam Altman.
I watched his interview, and do you know what he said? He said
that the skills you need, right?
Yeah, he said if I were you, don't consume a lot of content. Look within.
Right.
He said it, and I understood
Whereas
it.
he's one of the biggest proponents
Of content, giving you AI.
Yeah, and he even said something that one of the skills everybody would need now is the ability to change very quickly.
Yeah, adaptability.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that. Then the third thing I would say, and this is not when
awareness,
self-awareness. That's the first thing I said.
Yeah.
The second thing I said,
emotional robustness.
Yes, clarity, engage. And the third thing I would say, and this is not about Christianity or not, even if you're a Muslim and all that, or anybody that's watching it, understand spirituality, but not. So I'm not saying it as a Christian. I'm saying it as
how the spiritual world interacts or affects this
because of the soul, and I'll explain. Most people don't understand that we were created in eternity. So eternity means that Dami's end is already done. Dami in 70 years is done. It's a spectrum. And who sees that spectrum? God. Or the divine, or what you call
God.
I call it God, Christ. He sees that divine. So once you are spiritual, you really begin to understand that all things actually work for you.
Come on now.
This is you understand? So you don't start to think of mistakes as bad things.
Wow, I see where you're coming from.
It becomes a part to your
You're operating from a place of finality.
Finality.
So you're not wasting unnecessary time.
Yes. So everything you do is part of the plan.
Wow.
You begin to live like that. You begin to say, I came to this. I drove from Lekki here to see somebody, to do this. You begin to live like your life is coordinated.
Yeah. And that gives a sense of confidence, boldness, stability. Yeah.
90%. I went for a conference in America, billionaires across. 90%
on your Gcash.
The big boys.
Chopping and spending.
Big boys. I saw them. I
was
not there.
They didn't have mercy on money.
At all.
How about grace?
Nothing.
Peace.
Nothing.
Joy.
Nothing.
Nothing on money.
No justification. But what I learned from them, all of them across, they have spiritual coaches. All of them.
This is powerful.
So some that are Christians call their pastor spiritual coach.
Yeah.
Some that are Buddhists call their gurus they all have spiritual coaches.
This is powerful.
All of them.
So that means that it is so clear that you cannot shape culture
without
spirituality. There must be elements of another world.
Yes.
I stumbled on something about Mark Zuck.
Yeah.
And Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
They used to sort of like relate and have coaching sessions. Not coaching, but like
together,
walks and stuff. Before Steve Jobs started Apple, he went to the East. He went to India.
Yeah, I've watched all the YouTube views. And what are they saying? They are saying that this is what they say in simple terms: empty fear, empty your soul of fear. Empty. You know why? Fear is the virus.
Yeah.
That destroyed everything.
Wow.
Fear. Empty your soul of fear. To dream big, you cannot have fear in you now.
Right. Otherwise, you would dream big fear.
You dream big fear.
Yeah. And that big fear is nightmare.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
You understand? Black, red fear.
Fear with beard.
Fear with dance.
That's break dance.
You would drink big fear. You would.
Wow.
So they say empty fear. They know that fear is the virus.
So even like what they call meditation, their own kind of meditation.
It's called empty.
Because even our kind of meditation, you're meditating on the word that brings faith.
Faith. That's it.
And when faith has filled your heart, fear has no space to stay, right?
Should I be sincere with you? If we are to just be sincere, our real names are called believers. Not just believers.
Yes. Even the name Christian was given to them by onlookers.
That said
they behave like Christ. Yeah.
But Paul called us believers.
All true. Yeah.
Believers.
All true.
That means you can't have belief and fear. It doesn't work.
Kai. Now, when I see faith as, I see belief or believing as importing the future
That's it.
into the present.
That's it.
So what it means is that if someone says I'm a believer, you're supposed to be at the cutting edge.
So this is more culture shaping. I did a research about why the Gen Z are building unicorns.
Wow.
Flutterwave.
Are you tired of putting your passion on hold because you don't think it will make you rich? It's time for you to change the mindset and start living the life you've always dreamed of. Hi, I'm Damilola Oluwatoyinbo, and I'm here to help you unleash your full potential with the Rich Genius program. As someone who has found his gifts and turned them into profitable ventures, I know firsthand the power of following your passion. The Rich Genius program is designed to help you discover your gifts, find your purpose, and make a lot of money from them. With our guidance, you will learn how to turn your passion into a thriving business that will provide you with financial freedom. So why wait? Don't put your passion on hold any longer. Start your journey towards success with the Rich Genius program today. Join me and become a part of a community of progressive people who are deploying their gifts profitably. Click the Learn More button now to get started on your path to success.
So we're speaking about fear.
So just fear is learned. Fearlessness is also learned, and it's by engaging. The problem, and I'm going to use my own spirituality to explain it. So I repeat, I must respect everybody's spirituality, but this my own is that the problem is that do you use the Bible as a pill for escape or to tackle your fears?
Come on. Sleeping pill to sleep as if the fear is not there,
or to tackle
or to
your fear.
deal with it.
That's your choice.
Come on now.
Is your church a place to escape or to become to empower yourself?
Wow.
Yeah, that's the truth. Some people go to church as a wait, as 3 hours of it is well.
Let me escape
because my life, I can't face my life.
Kai.
And a lot of pastors are doing this, and it's dangerous.
And the funny thing is, if you can't face your life, you will deface your life.
By yourself.
Because if you can't face it, you deface it. You have a sore face because you're on the surface.
And then you become like blackface.
And then Scarface.
Claiming everybody's songs. I'm joking.
Thanks. We apologize.
But that's my point.
Yeah, but people are stealing some of Blackface songs. The sampling is heavy. I know.
I know. I'm joking. Yeah, but that's the point. So you have to face your fears.
Yeah, engagement. You're talking about fearlessness being learned.
You can learn it. How? One, community.
I love the practicality of this.
Community. Guess what? Look for people who are not like you but are for you.
Come on now.
Most people want people that are for them and like them. No, now. They are not like you, but they are for you. They stretch you, they twist you, but you know that they are for you. Find those people. They would stretch you.
Yeah.
So stay in that community. Usually, don't pick your church first. Don't do that, because most times, unless it's like a kingdom-based church, then it's different.
Yeah. Or you might find certain persons in the church.
Let them hold you.
Yeah.
Accountable. They put you on the. That's number one.
So it might feel like stress,
but
they're stretching you into your potential.
They're stretching you. That's number one. Number two, do not compare yourself with anybody.
Right. That's also another distraction many people are facing.
Yes. And the reason why is that most people think it's a joke. Your fingerprints are different.
Right.
Your purpose is different.
Your pupil
is different.
Yeah.
What gives you joy is different. God is that big that he made 150 billion expressions of himself. He did. He's that big.
Yeah.
So you have to. That's why I say I post, and if it's check my phone, I post and I don't check Instagram. I'm honest. I just post and get out.
Wow.
For real. That I check my artists, I check my businesses. Because I have to be. my Bible, because I'm a Christian, I say
Yeah.
that all things for what? Life and godliness is
Godliness.
where? Inside of me. The kingdom of God is where? Is
In
me.
you. Yeah.
So everything about me, everything about my greatness is in me, not outside.
Come on. So all that one of I want to join a clique to look among or
it's in,
like
no, it's in me. So I have to find people that can activate what is inside of me.
right.
I'm a gold mine. Come on, mine.
And the gold is mine.
And the gold is mine.
Come on now.
But don't hire a gold digger. Because they'll dig your gold out.
Because at the end of the day, the attention will be like that of a goldfish.
Oh boy, in and out.
And then you find yourself in Gold Coast.
Or more. This guy's the baddest too. but that's it.
But that community is very important. So you spoke about community people that will hold you accountable and stretch you.
Then people that are for you but not like you.
Yeah. And there's a whole addiction to being liked in this generation. Just like me, like my page, like my stuff, like my.
Yeah.
How have you seen the player? Because you've worked with some celebrities, right?
Yeah.
Of different kinds.
You know what?
The whole thing of validation and like me.
Yeah.
How does that play out? How is that?
I'm gonna say this here, and I'm saying it with honor, so that I'm saying it with honor. But so just give an example. When I was in MTV, I was head of partnership and content.
Yeah.
And I produced two things: the Bigger Friday show with Fowls,
The Bigger?
Friday show with Fowls,
Okay, yeah.
and lip sync battle with the band.
Okay.
And I toured with the band, 4 states: Abuja, Enugu, Lagos, and I think South Africa.
Okay.
Port Harcourt too, went round. In those days with the band was African Michael Jackson.
Right. Right.
Fast forward to like 2-3 years ago, I'm at an event. The video is around, and they want the band to be among the opening acts. I'm saying it with honor.
Oh, wow.
I'm saying it with honor. About years ago, I met Obasanjo. Years ago, when he was just. Everybody has a time. Everybody has time and seasons. Two-Face African Queen was phenomenal in my day MTV base. So if you don't understand this, you're going to be on a rat race forever.
Wow. You just keep chasing what's not missing.
What is not missing. And it's Burna Boy that's hot will soon have his own. It's life.
I mean, look at Olamide.
Yeah. It's life. And it's not a rude concept.
Yeah.
There was a time that the most powerful Christian content in our time was Tunde Bakari on Sunday. Now Jerry is doing YouTube 80,000, 90,000. And there'll be another one in 20 years' time. It's life.
So how should people process that? Because there's a generation that is growing, Gen Z especially and Gen Alpha, they are growing on the likes economy. So you go on TikTok right now. Like I'm still trying to navigate TikTok, right? But like on TikTok, you just see a video, 1.5 million.
Yeah.
Like nothing. They're not doing anything. Some might be eating this flour. Like 80,000 likes. So people are growing up in that kind of economy, right?
So I'm going to write I don't know if it's a book or something, but I'm going to write. It's called The Esteem Algorithm. The Esteem Algorithm. Social media's algorithm is wrong. It's not. The algorithm is not for the person; it's for them.
Oh my goodness!
It's a wrong estimation.
So anybody that is trying to calibrate the effectiveness by looking at that, you're already misled.
I'm misled
because it's like you trying to get your grades for English when the exams were set for Mandarin.
Finish. It's misled. That's one. 2 is that your soul, the human soul, cannot exist on social media.
Wow.
It exists in your mind, in the body. It needs love. It needs life, not likes.
Life, not likes.
Yeah.
Come on now.
So you have to understand. Now, some people use it for commercial use, and it's okay.
As like
influencing, but you cannot. You have to get your estimation. The algorithm for your estimation must come from within you.
Right.
So I call it esteem algorithm. It's called estimation. Who you are, what it must be graded inside of you.
Right.
Unless so what if TikTok shuts down?
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
So use the platform. Don't let them use you. Yeah.
Someone said, I think there's I can't remember the name of the documentary, someone about social media, and they said, there's only two places that people are called users: technology and drugs.
Oh my God.
Right, because in both cases you're actually an addict. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So a phone user on an app user, and then you drug users.
Then it's true.
Then someone said, are we using our phones or our phones using us?
The answer is very deep, very deep, very deep. And I started with emotional robustness, and I spoke about all this journeying and self-awareness and all that. And this is where I'm going to. I think that the rate of divorce would increase.
Yeah. Even people that don't want to get married.
I think that parenting will be horrible.
Wow.
I think that there'll be a lot of depression.
They say it's going to be the world's #1 disease or illness by 2030. Yeah.
Depression.
Yeah.
I think that there's going to be a lot of emptiness. And the reason why is a simple thing that we forget. We're tripartite. We're body, we're soul, and we're spirit. And these parts of us must be fed with the right diet.
Good. So that's why somebody can be trying to get their esteem from a social media page.
Body.
But still can't. Oh, yeah.
Social media is like dopamine. It's hormone. It's like sex. It's like it's sensational.
Yeah. Amazing. All right, let's begin to take part to a close. A couple of things I want to talk about. You've spoken about fear. That's so powerful.
Yeah.
Important. Incredible. You've also spoken about emotional robustness. Let's talk about shaping culture.
Yeah.
Because, number one, what is shaping culture first? Is it making a dent? Is it determining the way people live? Is it becoming popular? We'll delve to that anyway. Right. What's that about? Because
the root meaning. Sorry, I'm always saying root, but
you study words.
Yeah. The root meaning of culture.
But are you into herbal medicine?
No. Oh, nice. The roots. It comes from the same word, colonize.
Wow, amazing.
So to shape culture means to colonize. The truth is, shaping culture has an agenda and a propaganda. Everything about culture shaping is about agenda and propaganda. It's about colonizing people. And my name is Tochukwu Mokfore. I'm speaking English. 2023. I'm an Igbo man. My great-great-grandfather colonized Nigeria. I'm speaking English.
Wow.
So they shaped culture years ago, and I'm still speaking English till now. The reason you shape culture is for an agenda and a propaganda.
Wow.
Media shapes culture. Finance shapes culture. Politics shape culture. Once there's perspective, culture is being shaped. So the question is, why are you shaping culture?
Right.
What is the goal of your journey in shaping the culture? Recently, there was the death of a movement in Nigeria. It was the death of the Malians. It's done.
Yeah.
It was called the Malians, and it's done.
Wow.
And as he died, a new culture movement came out, and they're called the Plutos. Charlie Poppy.
Oh, I see.
Plutonomics. But this movement, there's an agenda behind them.
Are they still masking it though? We'll see over time.
Some of them sing about wire money. Some of them sing about wire money popping bottle. So let's sing about Evian, the what they use to wire money. It's all culture shaping. So why should we shape culture? It's because if we don't,
Somebody
someone
else
do
will.
That's
Perspective.
that's it. Finish.
Perspective. So when people, you spoke about how your dad had an experience earlier, and much earlier in your life, doing well, you have access to resource basically at the gateway of the city.
Yeah.
Religion says, no. Why should you have XYZ
No TV in
influence?
the house. Nothing.
Why should you have that?
That.
So for somebody who has faith and who's progressive, by progressive I don't mean they're getting into new age, all that stuff, but the person wants to, push impact. What would you, so for example, in Kings, one of the major things, from the name, kingdom influences in nations, generations, and systems. So the ideology, the ministry DNA is Christ was not a docile savior staying in the synagogue just waiting for people to give him handouts.
No.
You saw him on the move. He was going about, and without a political base, he literally overturned that system. So for somebody who has that kind of drive or thrust or that passion, like I want to do something in entertainment or media or education or politics or government, but Nigeria is very tough. What is popular is for me to say, I see five.
and
I'm not trying to be bad. I'm just asking a question because
I respect it, because sometimes it can be lonely.
At the top.
Yeah, because what people want,
even though you're not
is
as sick.
I see. They don't want. That's what they really want.
They don't want. This is how you can see.
Yeah, they don't want.
This is I see
for you. They don't want the
you.
responsibility of the grind. Just tell me.
Just grind for me. And give me 10% of the meat.
So I'll say this. I'll say that the first thing is that until it's close to you, you will be docile.
Wow.
I have
wow.
Yeah, that's to.
I hear what you're not saying.
Yeah, so I have friends who are drug addicts. I have one who has lost his marriage. I have friends who porn wrecked their marriage. I have young kids who are battling sexuality on a very high level. It's close to me. And I realized they all came from Christian homes.
Not your kids, people that you.
It's close to, like,
care of,
I know people around. So once it's close to you, you will begin to see why you should shape culture.
Wow.
Is once, God forbid, if you watch all these movies of superheroes, not superheroes, they call them something militant. Like all this, the Punisher, training, like all these movies.
Combat. No, it's not combat.
Not combat. Vigilantes.
Vigilantes, yeah.
They become because it touched them.
True.
Yeah. Guess what? We don't think.
You're touching something deep.
We don't think it's touching God.
Do you know that some days ago I've been praying about the Israel and Hamas thing?
Yeah.
I think I mentioned to my wife maybe even last night. I'm like, we really need to pray about this thing because it looks like Third World War. And the reason I said that is I remember
I hear you
very clearly. I remember very clearly 2019, December. I can't remember where I was, but I remember very clearly CNN, Chinese battle flu or something. I just said to myself, these Chinese people, God help them. Oh God, please just help them. They've come again. That's what I said. 3 months later, the world wasn't shut down. It was fully shut down.
I'm telling you.
So when you're speaking about, touching,
it's real.
Wow.
So once you begin to become godlike,
so you have to place yourself in that context.
One day, I was my dad, but in a good place. And I said, God forbid, there was a plane crash and some Christians died. Some pastors. I said, God forbid it can happen to me. He said, no, say God have mercy. Because once you say God forbid, that means they deserved it. No, they didn't deserve it. Say God have mercy. So when you begin to exempt yourself, you are...
Wow.
We are meant to be light on earth and salt on earth. We are responsible for those people.
Wow.
So this is about responsibility.
Wow.
So shaping culture is not a luxury or a buzzword.
I love this.
It's a responsibility.
I love this because you know what happened? What has also happened is some religious people, they feel that if you teach shaping culture, you're trying to empower the greed of people. Right? So
I hear you.
You see what I'm saying?
I hear you.
So, but you're breaking certain things down.
Yeah, it's a responsibility.
Yeah?
Yeah. Christ means Messiah. It also means Savior of the world.
Yeah.
The truth is, I don't see it as most people see it. Most people see it in a moral way. I see it in a John 3:17 way. It says, I didn't come to judge the world.
Yeah.
I didn't come to judge the cosmos.
Yeah.
I didn't come to judge music. I didn't come to judge agriculture. I didn't come to judge drugs. I didn't come to judge. I came to save it. I'm Christ. I'm the Messiah. I came to save it.
This is powerful.
So
do you know?
So
No. Let me break it down. Let me break it down because what you've said, you know it. But I'm not saying I'm explaining it well. Though. What you are saying is that if you see any brand of music, God is not judging it. There's an intention in the creative dimension of God
to save it.
To say that.
You know
so
why?
that thing that Awilo did that time, everybody doesn't.
He wants to save it.
That's sound.
He wants to save
So
it.
I don't want to go this way, but even cannabis.
He wants to save it. Do you know why? He made it.
Please get off this place. That's the end of this podcast.
He made it.
But that's powerful.
He made it for his own pleasure, for his own purpose.
He wants to save sex.
He wants to save sex.
He wants to
put it back in marriage. Save sexuality. He wants to save politics. Get good leaders. He wants to save food.
So all that thinking of let me run away from politics.
No,
you're running away from God's purpose.
Yeah, when the righteous
if you don't understand
rule,
it,
the people rejoice, not the Christians. When I rule, I will first save. I will tell a girl you don't have to have sex to blow. I'll tell her first to sing.
You don't have to
have
give
sex
a blow job to blow on any job.
Yeah, on any job. I'll tell them first. God wants to save everything. It's the Christos.
Wow.
So I'm here to save entertainment. Not to make
if you're sent to save.
Not to Christianize it, to save it.
Wow.
To tell a young chap he has a chance.
Wow.
To make it too.
Wow.
And then when they see this guy, they see the glory, they say, who sent you? I say this guy called Jesus. Say, do so good works. Let your light so shine.
Shine before man.
Yeah.
See the good works. Yeah. Wow, this has been amazing.
Joseph was sent to save Egypt, not Israel. Have you thought about that? He was sent to save Egypt. I read Genesis 38, 39, 42 says that Pharaoh said, we have looked amongst our Egyptians and found none. Can we get this Hebrew prisoner? Come and save us. And it was because he saved Egypt, he could save his people.
This is powerful. In fact, see, he saved Egypt.
Yeah.
He saved the posterity of the Messiah.
Yeah.
Because the Christ would come through the lineage. But guess what else is saved? When Christ is going to be killed by Herod, where did they take him?
Wow.
Egypt. So if they had died of hunger, where would Christ have been?
So that's so let's not always think our Christianity is about religion. No, it's a concept of Christos, that we are the people God can trust to handle things. We'll rule justly. The diesel will buy the amount of diesel that's complete. The money will disburse it well. The hospital will buy the drugs complete. They will add hallelujah on top for healing.
Yeah.
But the ones that can do it.
Wow.
The politics we won't give only our tribe the jobs. We will spread it around. But the ones that can do it. We have the fruits.
Because love, yeah.
We have the fruits.
Yeah.
Then we have the gift to discern. This guy is a bad guy. Take him out. Now us.
Wow.
So I don't see my Christianity in a religious, moralistic. No. It is my intelligence. It's my technology. It's how I move.
Yeah. Wow.
And I don't hide it because I'm not religious. I don't hide it.
Yeah.
It's like Pharaoh. They call me. Come and help us brand. I brand businesses and people and go, and they say, come and help us. And like Pharaoh, they will call you. We have checked ourselves. There's nobody that can help us do it.
The way you do it.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Foy, for
Honored.
being on the show.
Yeah, honored. I'm
we are
honored.
about to round off. We're going to be playing a game right after this break. Thank you for dropping heavy gems. And
Thank you, sir. I'm
thanks for
honored.
the work that you do,
Thank you.
Energize Music. He has a book called Fear is the Real F Word. You should get that book.
Yeah,
Follow him on
please
social
get
media.
it. Yeah, Dr. Foy, follow me. Next year, I think I'm going to do more.
Yes.
So I'm already getting
We
ready.
need you to do more.
So you need to do more too.
Yeah.
Why?
Absolutely.
The harvest is plenty.
Plenty, yeah.
But the
Laborers,
laborers, the
harvesters,
algorithm.
saviors.
The algorithm is free.
All right.
Thank you.
So stay tuned for the game segment.
Can we celebrate the amazing, the author, the singer, the mentor? Please put your hand together for B-Dams as he comes to share with us how he also can.
I'm just going to share a couple of stories. So please quickly pick up your phones, go to Instagram. Are you on Instagram already? All right, just go to this place and click it, the plus at the then slide. You're going to see storage. Some people still didn't get it.
But we know say God now, Papa, and we have the right genes in us.
Modupe, you are very rude.
You see somebody that knows something about girl, that's when they will now be take your picture and go. It's not
So I promise you that everything you touch is fire. Every beat you're on is a banger. Because every word I speak is Rema. Another.
Love is the tango of consonance and dissonance, dancing to the symphonies of life set to be in harmony.
As you just called on strike recently, some young girls are not going back to school the same. Some of them are going back to school pregnant. And now when somebody study anatomy, if you see anatomy, hey!
Good evening, B-Dams. Good evening, Pastor Toju. I've laughed. I hope I've not thrown my voice away.
All right, guys. So we've come to the end of this episode. This amazing, high energy, same energy
Energize music.
episode, right? But we usually play a game with our guests, right? And there are two parts of the game. The first part is I'm going to read one of my white paper posts,
Okay.
and you're supposed to guess what the missing word is.
Okay. The missing
Right,
word.
The missing word, yes.
Okay.
That's the first part. And then the other part, you're going to write your own white paper post.
Okay, so start.
Okay, so let's start with a missing word. I think this one, like, you need to get it. You just sort of like get it. Onions aren't loyal. Onions aren't loyal. The fact that you know your onions doesn't mean they won't make you dash. Onions, they are not loyal. And the fact that you know your onions doesn't mean they won't make you.
Or more. Onions aren't loyal. The fact that you know your onions.
Yeah, onions and
Not
O's, so they ain't loyal.
Yes.
Yeah, they ain't loyal.
The fact that,
You know your onions doesn't mean they won't make you.
hey God, it's about tears. It's
Hey!
about tears, but
Oh
what's
yeah,
the
yeah,
word?
yeah, yeah, yeah. If someone
It
is
must,
shedding
it
tears,
must rhyme.
yes, they won't make you.
Um,
No, this is not really rhyme,
It
but
did
it's
rhyme.
rhythmical. It's not rhyme per se. But you
Cry.
got it. Yes,
Cry.
that's
Cry.
it.
I got
Yes.
it now.
Ah,
I'm a
it's
bad
a-
guy
yeah,
now.
yeah, right time.
cry,
Yeah, yeah.
cry. I'm waiting. Okay.
All right.
Then my own post.
Yes, but let me give you another one.
Okay.
This one says, this one is simple. Some people went to medical school. Yeah, they are great at nursing ambitions and dashing figures. What's that dash?
Hey God.
They didn't go to medical school.
But I agree that
yeah.
nursing ambitions and hey,
What are you?
I'm a doctor.
And?
Doctoring figure.
Hey, Dr.
I'm a bad boy. You're a bad boy. You're a bad boy. Doctoring figures.
A very bad boy.
You're a bad boy.
Awesome.
Okay.
So now you're going to write your own white paper post, and you have to put doc, right, or doctor, and same energy. Anything you want to put there. Anything you want to write, inspirational, rhythmical. Anyway, you're a poet. I've seen some of
It
your.
must have doctor in it.
Yes.
And same energy.
Yes. You're a lyricist and poet. I've seen some of your
sure.
poems.
Back then with
you get
Nas
them,
and
you get them.
Tupac, I was there now.
Now you teach
You
them.
know,
now.
are you joking? Hi, God, but why now? Yeah, I am. Hey,
You can. I mean, take a few seconds to think about it.
D to the R to the MCFOY.
Shit.
So I'm doctor to the MCFOY.
D to the R to the MCFOY.
Got same energy as the name was not rhyme. D to the R to the MCFOY. Got same energy as the hey. As the God whose name starts with Y.
Hey! This guy's not joking. This guy's not joking.
I'm a bad boy.
Wow. D to the R to the MCFOY.
I got the same energy as the God.
Oh yeah, rap it now. There's a rhythm.
D to the R to the MCFOY. I got the same energy as the God whose name starts with Y. Yahweh.
Why not?
We have Yahweh.
Why? Yeah. So why not? Because we have Y.
We have Y. This is good. I beg.
You have to record. Now you're the same person now. All right, guys. Amazing, Dr. Foy.
Right,
Thank
nice
you so
one.
much for doing this.
Thank you.
We appreciate you massively. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an amazing episode. It's been an incredible time with the incredible guest on an incredible show. That's 𝐈𝐒. Dr. Foy dropping all kinds of gems and heavy insights. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you, sir.
You are a voice of value.
Thank you,
our
sir.
lady in this
Thank you,
generation.
sir. Thank you.
Thanks
for inviting me. Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
The guy that gives the flows. 1, 2, you knows.
you want to give it because your wisdom grows.
Oh my God.
From show to show.
Even if you have bololos. I'm joking.
Oh my goodness.